Ah, Noblestead, the town where every day is yesterday. Yes, some may say that theirs is a community stuck in the past. But one man's dark ages is another man's time-honoured tradition. And what are traditions, if not things we're still doing? Oh, it really makes you think.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
Yes, it's that time again. Initiation week. We'll be trying to see through the hazing as every club, society and group with matching hats gets together to welcome their newest members by, well, sort of harassing them a bit.
Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening.
It's time for an Initiation Week tip from our resident student expert, Maggie Watmore. I join every club because I don't want to miss out on any potentially precious campus experience. Unfortunately, quite a lot of the events do clash, but if you make a schedule and run really fast between them, you can do it all. You might be known as the person that comes late and leaves running before the end, but it's important to leave an impression.
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once.
We're back with our Initiation Week special and how to handle it with style. Initiation Week provides all of us with a lot of choices. But I wanted to take the time to remind you that you don't have to choose any of them. There's something so overdone about clubs on campus, don't you think? Haven't we all had enough backgammon and volleyball? Fun doesn't have to be organised.
Janitor required in bathroom. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose.
schoolwork, social life, exercise. I just can't do it all. There's only one way to fit everything in. Make your life Jumbo. Jumbo University. Be your biggest self.
Students are reminded to set reminders. Now taking students for night school. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. The academic year is starting. I hope you have a pencil. Skills are non-transferable.
This has been our Initiation Week special on Campus Radio. I hope our collective wisdom has helped you in some small way navigate the extracurricular minefield. And if it hasn't, well, there's always next year.
If you don't know where your class is it really worth going? No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. changes on campus, you know what to do. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. Students are reminded that some grades are personal. Education is non-refundable.
Now that's easy listening. The sound of 2 Point County on 2 Point Radio. Ricky Holford waxing the waves lyrically and literally on 2 Point Radio. Why don't you listen to this next track and I'll take that pebble out my shoe.
There's a fly in here. remember? This is a test announcement, not a real announcement.
We've got breaking news for you on 2 Point Radio. A zoo worker at the Crockle Bay Zoo has fallen into the gibbon enclosure. It's been reported that they're not under any immediate danger, and zoo officials are currently negotiating with the gibbons for the employee's release.
Staff are reminded to care about students. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising.
Sometimes I get asked what I would have done had I not gone into the disc jockeying trade. Well, as a young boy, I dreamed of being a spy. Yes, I pined for a life of international intrigue and late-night dinners at the county's expense. Sadly, to be a spy, you need to be able to whisper, and I just can't do it. When it comes to disclosing secrets, you don't want my persistent volume and crystal clear intonation.
Research project complete. Aren't you clever? Hard work may or may not pay off. Students are reminded to find themselves.
Jasmine. Odyssey. How do you follow up the best-selling album in two-point county history with even more music?
Even more.
Jasmine Odyssey presents Even More.
Fish out of water, bigger than before. She's writing even more.
Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Students are asked not to ask questions. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. Campus intruders, please not come in.
And we've got an update for you on the story of the zoo worker that fell into the gibbon enclosure. We're now hearing that the employee is rising through the gibbon's social structure. Fascinating stuff. There's no word on what gibbons are, but I believe they're a kind of amphibious cat. Little smooth creatures with whiskers and a big bushy tail. Fantastic.
Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means. Stupid questions will make you look stupid. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend.
We're joined by Professor Hamish Curlybags of the Pebbly Frog Sanctuary, who tells me gibbons are nothing like an amphibious cat. What's going on, Hamish?
That's right, Ricky. Gibbons are actually, well, they're land mammals and apes, much like ourselves, but with very long arms.
Apes, you say? Well, I never. Thanks for joining us, Professor. There's nothing I like more than being corrected. On air.
We're approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry. The academic year is now over. End of year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. Students are reminded that this is the fun part.
It's time for Chef Ricky's morsel of the day. You can buy breadcrumbs from any self-respecting supermarket or interweb parlor replacement service, but there's something to be said for doing it the old-fashioned way, by throwing the loaf against a brick wall until it disintegrates into a fresh and flaky nothingness. It'll take a good couple of hours, but boy is it worth it.
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. curiosity gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt.
We've got breaking news and a surprise twist from the gibbon enclosure. The zoo worker, first thought lost to the diminutive apes, has become their leader. They claim to have learned to love the gibbons, their way of life, and their disproportionately lengthy arms. So, instead of going to work in the zoo every day, they'll just be living there, I suppose. That's one way to skip the morning traffic. I've been Ricky Hawthorne. Good night.
You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. It's not your year, it's just another year. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. If you hear this, Plagiarism is not a belief system. Staff are reminded to be inspirational.
You're listening to Campus Radio. I'm DJ Shorts, bringing you small batch homegrown radio with the pulp left in. Here's a musical palate cleanser that's sure to wash that pre-digested rubbish out of your ears. See if you can taste the difference.
We've just completed a research project. Well done. Students are asked not to ask questions. Intruders on campus, oh no.
talk about an actor by the name of Roderick Cushion. Now, if you listen to popular thinking, you'd think, now there's a guy who's given up on his craft. There's an actor that would literally do anything for the next paycheck. And sure, I can see how you could think that. But you'd be completely missing the point. When Roderick Cushion decides to do yet another truly terrible film, he's making a statement about the nature of commercial cinema. Thank you, Mr. Cushion, for fighting the good fight.
Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. Announcement. The campus just got bigger, not necessarily better. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no.
We've got a music review for you now. Over to Maggie, who's been to see the Boogie Nights.
That's right, I went to the Boogie Nights concert and it was great. The lights, the dancing and so on. If you like music, this really was music. I do think the campus could do with some better signage though. I mean, I almost missed the concert and this segment could have been a real train wreck if that had happened.
End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. The academic year is now over. The summer break would be a convenient time for construction. End of year results are now available. No unauthorized accordingly.
Waiter! Waiter! Oh, the service here is terrible. You could go out. Or you could stay in. With a bowl of hog logs. You've tried fine dining, but this is swine dining. Only hog log cereal combines 4 times of wheat with a salty crunch of crispy pork skin.
Showering is technically but not socially optional. demanding, even more than usual. Students should check in before trying to learn. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you. Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once.
You know, I think the Orb Foundation gets far too much criticism. Sure, there's some dodgy information about how they're funded, and they do talk a lot about the orb being the perfect shape. I can't be the only one sick of those adverts. But really, what are they, if not a group of people coming together to appreciate some beauty in this world? Personally, I think we could all learn a little something from them.
Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. seen your frog. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. Intruders on campus. You know what to do. Staff are reminded to be inspirational. There's a fly in here.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Good day, I'm Ricky Hawthorne, and welcome to the show. On my drive in this morning, I was speedily overtaken by a car full of whippersnappers, pipsqueaks, and good-for-somethings. I couldn't tell what they were chanting, but it certainly did look like fun. So today, only partly because I've got nothing else planned, I thought I'd pay tribute to those young people by telling you a few stories from my glory days.
Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. We've just completed a research project. Well done. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you.
For those of you who don't know how I spent my formative years, I was born, bred and buttered right here in 2 Point County before attending what was then called 2 Point University. I think it's still called that now, but it was then too. Right, top draw anecdotes coming up, but first, here's another toe tapper.
The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. please not come in? If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me.
When it comes to food, sometimes simple living is happy living. Don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly lucky to eat a wide range of things nowadays, from chicken sandwiches to pastas of seemingly infinite shapes and lengths. But I'll never forget that time at university when I lived off an enormous block of cheddar. I was said to be mostly cheese by the end of term, and, you know, I think they were right.
No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Students are reminded to find themselves. Where your class is it really worth going? non-refundable.
You want to make stacks of easy cash, but reading about stocks is really boring. Invest in Bungle Coin. It's like other fictional cryptocurrency, but with 40% less saturated fat.
University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. One summer, some friends and I headed north on a fisherman's pilgrimage to Tumble. I tell you, there's no freedom like it. Just a group of mates, they're much... and a case of antique fishing flies. Pure bliss.
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. End-of-year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. Enjoy your summer. I know I will. is a test announcement, not a real announcement. Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink.
It may come as a surprise to some of you, but the young Hawthorne was something of a prankster. Yes, once at school, the gang and I bought several thousand soft drawing pencils, and in the dead of night, swapped them with our school supply of much harder standard issue pencils. I only wish you could have seen the look on Mr. Featherbridge's face when he tried taking registration the next morning. Oh, the man was livid. Unfortunately, two of the boys were expelled for breaking and entering. Don't trespass, kids.
Staff are reminded to care about students. Plagiarism is not a belief system. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine.
want to stress that I don't think a young person's life is all fishing trips and A-grade hijinkery. No. I also took a great deal of substance from the many mentors and role models in my young life. I'll never forget the professor who took my Introduction to Advanced Thinking course at university. He once told me, "Ricky, I don't think you'll ever understand what I'm saying." And he was right. A very wise man, that one.
The timetable has now been published. Schedule your lives accordingly. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated.
Thanks for joining me on a lovely walk down memory lane. Before we go, I just wanted to remind you that glory days aren't just for the young amongst us. In truth, there's nowhere I'd rather be than here, with you, at 2 Point Radio. Today's show was sponsored by Bungle Kitty Litter, the litter tray that'll make your critter's day.
Skills are non-transferable. What you think it means. is priceless. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me.
Welcome back, fellow students. It's me, DJ Shorts, keeping me finger on the pulse of 2 Point County so you didn't have to. Today's topic, would Jasmine Odyssey be cooler if she was less popular? I didn't want to spoil it for you, but the answer is yes. Here's a pretty niche favourite of mine from an actor I cannot even pronounce the name of. It's pretty challenging stuff. Check it out.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember? Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework.
Man, I hear a lot of talk about snacks on campus. Although it's pretty derivative student chat, there's something I've got to say. Sure, cheesy gubbins are, well, fine. But if you're looking for a truly superior snack, you should try Grub Grubs, the snack that's made from real naturally expired insects. You might think I sound a bit crazy, I realise that, but I really appreciate the subtle taste. They do take a few months to arrive, but personally, I think it's worth it.
Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Students are reminded to set reminders.
Now, it's time for a student story about a bakery that's jam-packed no more. Hugh, what have you got for us? I'm here at Old Widget Bakery in Hogsport, where for generations local students have been enjoying traditional jam donuts. But sadly, the sweetness ends here. The machine that fills the donuts with delicious fruity mixtures, such as red and green, has been suffering from jam rot, and finally went out of commission today. To honour the machine, the bakery is serving donuts filled with nothing. They may seem hollow, but their taste is one of poignancy. A fitting farewell to a fine confectionery friend. Starting next week, the bakery will be back up and running with a new machine looking to make new memories and serve lots of donuts.
Janitor required in bathroom. on campus. You know what to do. Students are reminded that this is the fun part. We are approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry.
New to the Crumley student range, chickens... agents and stamp! You've got Crumley's chicken stompers. Breaded for palatability. They really could be anything. Just like Mama used to make.
The summer break would be a convenient time for construction. Enjoy your summer. I know I will. The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives.
campus radio, some of the team were a little concerned to hear that our listenership has gone down over the past few months. But frankly, I'm not sure that I agree. I'd much rather our little radio community stay as small as possible. I don't want the crowd ruining it and taking us from a cool underground scene to something bland and mainstream. In fact, my dream would be pretty much no one listening at all. Just me, talking to myself, for myself, all day. Now that would be pretty excellent.
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Education is non-refundable. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog.
Good morning. You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Hello there, it's Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio, where today we'll be asking the question, do slow news days prompt needless questions? You won't be able to miss it.
Announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means. Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. There's a fly in here.
Later in the week, I'll be talking to the Boogie Nights. Those metal-clad funk makers are equal parts gallantry and groovy groove music. Knights and chivalry were first popular hundreds of years ago, of course. But isn't it funny how these trends come around? Stay courtly, kids.
We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. Hobbies are expensive, and education is priceless. The academic year is starting. I hope you have a pencil. Students should check in before trying to learn.
I recently spent a weekend away on Pebbly Island, a beautiful locale in our proverbial neck of the metaphoric woods, where I stayed in a luxury hotel. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Ricky, you've changed. It's true. I do it all the time. I hardly recognize myself. Next up, mirrors. What are they looking at?
We've just completed a research project. Well done. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Intruders on campus. You know what to do. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework.
Waiter! Waiter! Oh, the service here is terrible.
You could go out. Or you could stay in. With a bowl of hog logs. You've tried fine dining, but this is swine dining. Only hog log cereal combines 4 times of wheat with a salty crunch of crispy pork skin.
Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. If you don't know where your class is it really worth going? Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend.
And now the news and today's top story. Sensitive government documents first thought recovered are now feared to be deli meats. Now that is a shame, but at least there's a salty silver lining. What's a little cyber insecurity when you've got a face full of ham? Nice one.
Would campus intruders please not come in? Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time.
Wasn't that a smashing tune? I'd have been tapping my toe from hither to yon if I wasn't completely tone deaf. Did you know that I'm also situationally tone deaf? Yes, I just cannot read a situation. I have one speed, and that's Ricky.
Staff are reminded to be inspirational. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. The academic year is now over. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. The yearly results are in. Wow, didn't we do well?
There's another craze sweeping our county's youth. The so-called cheesy gob-off asks challengers to see how many cheesy gubbins they can stuff into their unsuspecting gobs. Competition is a wonderful thing, don't you think? It brings us all together and fills our mouths with cheese.
The timetable has now been published. Schedule your lives accordingly. Students should check in before trying to learn. Intruders on campus. You know what to do. The campus is expanding, even more than usual. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember?
We are nearing the finish line today, but first our producers wouldn't let me leave without trying my hand at the cheesy gob-off. Play that music while I gob on down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've done 16. You get my straight. I've been Ricky Hawthorne. See you around. That's quite nice. That's so... It's like cheesy.
Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once. unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Students are reminded to set reminders. Would campus intruders please not come in? The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. This is a test announcement, not a real announcement.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. I hear that another university has opened its doors to the aspiring bookworms and lab rats of 2 Point County. Listeners may remember that I don't like new universities because they're not old and therefore not any good. If they were, they'd have opened a long time ago. That's called logic, students, though I don't suppose you'd know.
Hard work may or may not pay off. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. We're approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry. Enjoy your summer. I know I will. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. End of year results published. Now. The academic year is starting. I hope you have a pencil. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us.
Welcome back. I can't say that I understand our county's recent fascination with opening pop-up universities on a weekly basis, but it seems appropriate to commemorate the opening of yet another fun-time house of real good learning. I thought we'd talk about the past, memories and nostalgia. The feelings that things used to be in some incalculable and all-encompassing sense better. But why do we feel that way? Are we wearing rose-tinted glasses? Perhaps. Did everything used to be better? Probably.
Would campus intruders please not come in? reminded that some grades are personal. Students are asked not to ask questions. Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on.
I used to love taking the train, the steam, the crisp sandwiches, watching people's luggage fall. Oh, those were the days. Sadly, I now find the experience of using our county's rail services is missing one rather vital component. I find that everyone seems all too engrossed by their mobile phones. Now, I have no interest in talking to anyone, but what I did like was ignoring people. It's just no fun if they do it for you.
If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you.
Clean your whiskers and grab your briefcase because Cat Court is in session. This season, it's all litigation and litter trays. The Bureaucrats. New episode every week on Bundle Pictures.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. To stay hydrated. If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me.
I was recently stolen back to the days of my youth. Yes, after inadvertently trapping myself in the airing cupboard, what did I come across but my old wooden tennis clogs? It had been too long since I thought about my days on the university tennis team. It was said that the mere sound of our carved shoes were enough to cause eruptions of rosy cheeks and giggling on campus, although some believed that it had something to do with our shorts.
Students are reminded that this is the fun part. extension.